Jana nimeongea hapa, nimeona watu they have carried out, yani wamebeba haya maneno outside what? The context ambayo nilikuwa naongea jana. Mheshimiwa Gachagua, yeye tumekuwa kama wabunge pamoja, bunge la 12 kule, na ni rafiki yangu, lakini nataka kwamba tunapoenda mbele tunatembea kama watu wa moja, tunaelewa mahali tunatoka, tunaenda wapi. Ninajua Gachagua amefanya kazi nyingine hapa ngumu sana, kufanya Ruto mpaka kuanza kusikiza watu. Wakati walikuwa pamoja, unajua walikuwa wanatembea kwa hewa, lakini kwa sasa vile Gachagua alitolewa hivi, mambo imekuwa ngumu.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's a mistake that has ever been made within the Kisii region, it is the utterances that were made by Simba Arati.
Wamejipanga, walikuwa wafanye mkutano leo hapa at one time. Kwenda huko na one time yako.
That was a big mistake that he made. In the sense that right now as a community, after fronting Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i, there is need to have more other friends from elsewhere. Why did Simba Arati change tune? According to me, number one is the fact that there was ground pressure. If there's a problem or a mistake that Simba Arati has made, it is this one, and he has felt that the entire Kisii region is not seeing even whatever that he's doing, but they are remembering the bad sentiments that he made, wrong ones. So the ground pressure, people here at the grassroots are pressurizing Simba Arati to change tune and to stop this kind of utterances. That's number one. Number two, Simba Arati knows very well that his governance seat is under threat. If he continues making these blunders, then he's probably heading home with William Ruto. Number three reason, it is that his poor performance. Simba Arati has not been performing well for the past 2 years. Actually, there's nothing significant that has happened within the Kisii region. Let us just admit about that. It is when we are seeing the park is being now made casually. It's when we are seeing that he has expanded one pavement within the Kisii region, and they probably added one, a footpath along the hospital line when you're leaving the hospital, heading to other parts of the Kisii town. So that is what he has done literally. But when it comes to development, even organizing the town in Kisii, he hasn't done anything. Lastly, I also think it's shame. It's shame that he's doing that to his brother, someone who supported him, someone who's been with him all along. But there's one thing I want to tell you here. Rigathi Gachagua has consolidated the Mount Kenya region. And Mount Kenya is rich with voters. He can bring on board, if it is not 5, 6, or even 8 million votes. And therefore, this is a region that we must respect, and actually, most of all, we must also allow their leaders to express themselves freely, just like any other Kenyan. So I did a video on the utterances of Simba Arati in relation to the visit of Gachagua to Kisii County. Now, I'm telling you, the reactions that were received from all over the country were very painful. Why am I saying this? Listen to this young man, what he's saying.
Wacha nikuambie Simba Arati, ni vizuri mmeanza kutoa makucha kabla hamjapatiwa serikali. Wewe unaonekana wewe ndio utakuwa zudi wa serikali ya Matiang'i na Faruku. Rigathi Gachagua ati ulisema akitaka kutembea Kisii aombe ruhusa. Aombe nani? Rigathi Gachagua anaweza tembea hii nchi mahali anataka kuuza chama yake ya DCP bila kuambia mtu. Na Rigathi Gachagua has been very lenient with all opposition leaders. Hakuna mkutano hata mmoja huwa anasimama anakosa kutaja Eugene Wamalwa, Matiang'i, Kalonzo, Martha Karua, hao wote. Na ni mkutano yake, lakini anawasupport, anazungumza mambo yao. Kuambia Rigiji ati lazima aombe ruhusa akikuja Kisii kuuza chama ya DCP. Simba Arati, what are you trying to show us? Mapema hii yote. Matiang'i amekuja hapa Thika the other day. Aliambia nani? Naona wiki ijayo wataenda Meru. Ataomba nani ruhusa? Kalonzo amekuwa Kirinyaga last week. Aliomba nani ruhusa? Yani Simba Arati mmeanza kutoa makucha mapema, na ni vizuri. sababu tuko na macho, tunaona. Sisi hatutaki kuingia gari tena ambayo itatuangusha kwa mto ituache. We are fearing. We have seen it all with the Ruto's government. Hatubahatishi. Kama kuna kitu hatubahatishi ni 2027. Simba Arati usikie hivyo.
Also listen to this middle-aged man, what he's saying.
Nimesikiza hiyo speech ya Simba Arati akiambia Gachagua kama nataka kwenda Kisii, lazima Matiang'i akuwa amemuinvite huko, na anapiga kelele sana, anasema lazima wa Kisii waheshimike. And juzi huyu Matiang'i alikuwa hapa Kiambu, hapa Thika, na sikusikia mahali akisema ati Gachagua ndiye alikuwa amemuinvite. So hiyo hasira yenye Simba Arati yako nayo, na Wakisii hata wana kura, kona kura sijui 1000 ngapi. So sasa hivi wameanza kutuonyesha hizi signs mapema. So what will happen huyu jamaa akiingia president? So it is either Simba Arati anatumika kuharibia Matiang'i sifa, ama yeye mwenyewe anafuata instructions kutoka kwa Dr. Fred Matiang'i.
Also, have a look at this guy, what he also has to say about the utterances of Simba Arati.
Mtu atafute Simba Arati amwambie awache maringo. Hiyo maringo nimesikia kiongea hapo Kisii. Mwambie kura hazitafuti hivyo. Kura ni kubembelezana. Bembeleza watu. Kuwa na strategy. Ongelesha watu vizuri. Wacha kiburi. Wajua niko na marafiki wangu. They are divided on who to support between Kalonzo Musyoka and Matiang'i. On a 50-50 basis. Wengine wanasema wana support Kalonzo na wengine wana support Matiang'i. Sasa wengine wananipigia simu saizi wananiambia, umesikia vile Simba Arati ameongea? Amefanya kazi yetu rahisi. Kazi imekuwa rahisi sasa. Our decision is going to be easy. Kama wataki to support Matiang'i, then we are going for Kalonzo. You know?
That is a clear indication that the Mount Kenya was not happy with the utterances that were made by Simba Arati. And as a statistician, the sample I've just picked from online, it's a reflection of what is happening in Mount Kenya as we speak today. And that was not right as far as Simba Arati and Matiang'i are concerned. Now, however, later on Simba Arati came out and he changed tune completely. Actually even said that it was just picked out of context. He did not say that. It did not mean that Rigathi Gachagua should not come to Kisii. Of course, Mark G yakishamwagika hayazoleki. There is no way Simba Arati can change the tune from what he said, because everything was very clear. He was in anger. He went to a place where he was supposed to try and save the people who had actually lost their properties at that market. Instead of concentrating on that problem, he went ahead to attack Rigathi Gachagua. A very big problem. Now, why are people reacting this way? Number one, we need Mount Kenya. The place Mount Kenya is going to put its votes, there is where the winner will be. Whether we like it or not, William Ruto knows it's not just development that he needs for 2027. He needs Mount Kenya. So even if, as we speak today, William Ruto wants to win, he must try to get Mount Kenya. But now, when Simba Arati wakes up and speaks carelessly that way, the Mount Kenya people can decide to shift their support for Matiang'i and support someone else, Kalonzo, even Ruto himself, of which I doubt, of course. But the fact means that it was a reckless pronunciation from Simba Arati. Secondly, Gachagua is one of the main players within the opposition. If we are going to counter William Ruto, Gachagua must be at the center because he's the best orator within the three of them. That's Rigathi Gachagua, Matiang'i, and Kalonzo. He's the best orator. So, for the opposition team to face President William Ruto's propaganda and stuff, Gachagua team must be there. They must be there. So that is what we are saying, that it was a huge mistake that was made by who? Simba Arati. How can this be corrected? I got to realize that Onyonka responded to the sentiments made by, of course, Simba Arati, and he castigated such kind of sentiments, more especially now that we are looking for friends across the country. And that was bold. And in fact, Simba Arati later on came out to attack Richard Momoiwa Onyonka. That's a clear indication that these two are not doing well. And they are what you call, they are bringing out what you call, they are airing dirty linen in the public, which is not okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a way also this can be solved. Number one, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i himself must now get on social media, have his social media handles, get someone to handle them, and some of these things he castigates them. Number one. Number two, he should probably even say it in one of the rallies in the Western Kenya, that this should not be happening. But however, I know the negotiation with Simba Arati, they are at the initial stages. He is very careful not to destroy what is left. Also, I think strongly that either way, Matiang'i must pronounce himself on this matter. Let him even have a meeting with Simba Arati, come in public, and let this be solved. Not just that, we also want Simba Arati now to come on board and declare officially whether he's with Matiang'i or he's with William Ruto for 2027. And then if he's with Matiang'i, who joins the team, because there's something I've always opined here, that these people, when they work together, Matiang'i and Arati, I'm telling you, Nyanza Western will be taken care of well, because Arati is a mobilizer and he can campaign. Together now with Matiang'i, the wave is strong, able to go and face President William Ruto. And that is what is needed. That is what is missing in Kisii here. But now this kind of inconsistency from Simba Arati, it is wanting. It is wanting. Another way we can be able to make this be corrected, it is the entire Gusii leadership to come together and say they completely castigate and condemn the sentiments that were made by Simba Arati. But now, the problem is that I've realized most of the friends of Simba Arati are with Matiang'i, like Anthony Kibagendi. And they are not having the courage to come out and tell Simba Arati, this is wrong. I think that is the biggest challenge we have around Matiang'i. That's the biggest challenge. But I feel strongly they should come out and tell their friend not to do that. Hold rallies together. The other way to solve it is to Simba Arati to invite Gachagua himself to come to Kisii County. Invite him. Call him. Tell him that come to Kisii. I'll be at your rally. I'll receive you at your rally. That is important. Because Simba Arati, when he was being campaigned in Nairobi, Kikuyus voted for him. They voted for him at Dagoretti North. When Simba Arati was there in Nairobi, Kikuyus held him together. Now, it's not the time to fight back because he's the governor. Finally, the best way also to solve this issue, to ensure that Simba Arati does not repeat the same mistake, is to position someone for the gubernatorial seat openly and say, if you refuse to work with Matiang'i, you've denied to support even his friends, now let us front somebody. If Gachagua comes to Kisii, we'll receive him. Simple and clear. Because Onyonka is now at the national level with Matiang'i. We can't expect him to come locally here and start doing the politics with Simba Arati. It cannot work. It's not necessary. However, we have Ezekiel Machogu. I have heard that some rumors that he's preparing himself. I hope this is going to make a step forward so that we have proper control within the Gusii region. My name is Abel Moko. I don't know what's your take, but I'm telling you that, and this must go to the leaders around Matiang'i, that the people of Mount Kenya are agitated with this kind of sentiments from Simba Arati, and they have to come to an end. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Abel Moko.